because I have goals, I'm not going to stop. Oh my gosh. Hey, sis. 3 times a charm. Hey. Hey, Joy Song. So I don't know what's going on, guys. It's crazy today. And it's raining. So I'm sure that's adding to my issues and problems here. But nonetheless, so you have to go back and look at the last scope because I talked about, we just had a candid conversation. And the second scope, when I was trying to do some self-reflection before I even started talking about the 5 simple steps, is I wanted you to self-reflect on 3 things. And the 3 things is, where am I now? I know, yeah, it's doing that. I think it's a scope issue. I'm starting to think it's a scope issue rather than a me issue. Because like everybody was freezing. So where are you right now? We're talking about pushing, to meet our financial goals and then start again. I did that 3 times already. Where you want to be 2017 as it relates to your financial goals. And I told you I would share 5 simple steps. So the best way to do that, we're going to evaluate like right now, where are you? Where am I financially? Right? So that's going to be your first evaluation or self-reflection. And then you're going to ask yourself, where do I desire to go? So where do I desire to be financially? So in 2017, what do I want my finances to look like? I want my bank account to look like. Hello, somebody. What do I want that to look like? Has anybody ever done that? I haven't really done that. I kind of generalized it, but I haven't really done that. And then number 3, what is stopping or blocking you? What or who is stopping or blocking you from meeting those goals in 2017? So those are 3 self-reflection. Before we even get into the simple steps, those are 3 self-reflections that you can do to kind of start thinking about what your next needs to be. Okay. So if it keeps freezing, I'm just going to go and hopefully individuals will be able to catch the replay and listen. And I'll also share this on other platforms for people to be able to get it. So the number 1 thing that you need, the number 1 step is a plan. I've been talking about write the vision and make it plain. That's according to Habakkuk. And we know that Proverbs tells us that without a vision or without a plan, we would not be successful. So we need a plan. But in having that plan, we need to make it plain. We need to make it straightforward. We need to know exactly what we want to do, how we want to do that. And that's all about your plan. So the P, because I'm going to spell out plain, making it plain, right? The P is for plan. What is your plan to achieve your goals? How do you expect to get there? Remember those 3 self-reflection questions? Where am I financially right now? Where do I desire to be starting in 2017? And how am I going to get there? That will help you to start writing your plan. Number 2, leverage, the L. The L is for leverage. What tools and what resources do you need to leverage in order to achieve your goal? What is going to help you do that? What is going to help you to achieve the plan that you set out to achieve your goal, to set the plan in place that you've written down to achieve the goal in 2017? So what are you going to leverage? What tools and resources do you have? Do you have a book that you may have purchased? Do you have a financial kit that you may have purchased? What have you done to make sure that you can achieve that financial goal in 2017? Or what do you plan to do? Number 3, or the A is for access. Access. What or who will you have access to in order to achieve your goals? If you've been on any of my scopes, I've talked about relationships. I've talked about community. I've talked about being connected to the right people. I've talked about networking with the right people. That's so very important because the very person you decide to connect with can help you to push you further toward your goals or further away from your goals. Hey, Juanita. It can push you closer to your goals or push you away from your goals. So you have to ask yourself, what or who do I have access to that will help me to achieve my goals? The I is for investment. You are the most important person in your life. Did you know that? You're the most important person. And you are going to have to invest in yourself in order for you to be able to see the goals that you desire to see in your life. Any level of education at any level, it costs. Whether it costs your time, whether it costs your money, it costs. So you have to make a decision that I am willing to invest. You have to count the decision and you have to consider the cost, whatever that's going to be. By me doing this, how is this going to help me achieve my goal? By me investing in this, a program, whatever the case may be, a book, an audio, a workshop, whatever it's going to be. By me investing in this, how is it going to help me get closer to my goal, my finance goal in 2017? And then the last thing is the end in plain. You have to have a new way of doing things. Why? Because the old way clearly has not worked for you. It clearly has not worked for you. So I'm going to go over those just really quickly. We're writing the vision and we're making it plain. You have to make it plain. We already know if we don't have a vision, we will not be successful. We don't want to be in that 0% of people. Hey there, but we want to be in the 42% of the people that at least write the vision down, write their goals down. I showed you just a snippet on the last one of my goals for 2017. And these are just 10 that I wrote down. I have a lot of goals that I want to achieve overall, but you have to narrow it down because you don't want to go too broad or too deep and then you don't achieve any at all. So we don't want to do that. You don't want to have way too many that are out of scope and you don't achieve them. So we're talking about financial goals on today. So what are some of the financial goals that you want to achieve in 2017? A few I have on here is I want to pay off a credit card that I have. I want to pay down my car significantly because I want my car really to be paid off in a year, but I'm probably going to have to do it at least within 18 months. And it's so doable. It's so doable. But me wanting to achieve that financial goal because that's going to free me up financially, I have to have a written plan in place. I have to have something written down. So we talked about writing it down, making it plain. P, you have to have a plan. What is your plan? Think about the 3 self-reflective questions. Where am I financially? Where do I desire to be financially? And who or what is stopping me from achieving that goal? And a number 4 thing is, what do I need? I'm going to add that self-reflection question. What or who, right, do I need to accomplish these goals? Make it plain. Plan, P, L, leverage. Leverage the tools and resources that you need to achieve your goal. There are several out here, but you have to see what's going to work for you. Don't be afraid to ask for help. Don't be afraid to ask somebody how to do it or what they've done. If you see somebody that is successful in whatever way, financially or otherwise, it's okay to ask. They can choose to tell you or not, but you don't want to not ask, right? A, access. What or who do you have access to? That's that number 4 question, reflective question. What or who do you need to accomplish these goals? Think about your circle. If you're in a circle of people and you can't leverage or have access to any of those people to be able to help you to achieve these goals, are these people just taking up space in your life? Like, what is their purpose in your life? You have to ask yourself that question. What is their purpose in your life? So if they're not in a place where they can help move you closer to your goals, then they're moving you further away from them, right? The I, investment. You're going to have to invest in yourself. It's going to take some level of investment. Applauding you guys today for being on the scope because you're investing your time, right, in order to be on the scope with me on today. But we have to go a step further. I've given you some information. I take it that you will take this information and you will apply it to your life, and you will begin to look on the 4 reflective questions that we have, and you will begin to write your plan. You will look around and see what tools and resources you have that you can leverage. You will see who or what you have access to that's going to help you and achieve those goals. And then you're going to start thinking about what investments you need to make in order to achieve that financial goal. Because rather it is a time investment or a money investment, there's something that you are going to have to do. Even if you were to read a book, you're going to have to purchase the book in order to read the financial book or the financial guide to see how you do it. Even if you were to sit down with someone, you may have someone that's going to sit down with you and give you everything that you need, but you are still investing your time. That times hours turns into coins. Your time times hours turns into coins. So by you sitting there listening to them for 5 or 10 hours, teaching you something, that still equates to money. That still equates to coins, if that makes any sense to you. And the last thing, you have to have a new way of doing things because apparently the old way has not worked. if you are not in a position that you want to be as it relates to your finances, the old way has not worked. You have to come up with a new way of doing things. So listen, I want to give you some growth work. Are you guys still there, or is it frozen? Have I lost you guys? I don't know. I want to give you some growth work. I actually want to give you 5 things I want you to do. So 5 more things I want to give you to help you with your financial goal for 2017. And then I want to have you do an exercise on your own. And I'm going to ask you to send me those via email, because what I want to do, I want to pray with you. I want to stand in agreement as it relates to your goals, and not just that your goals come to pass, but that you have the energy, that you have the mindset, that you have the focus capacity, and you have the self-discipline in order to achieve those goals. So how does that sound with you guys? How does that sound? I'm going to give you an exercise, and I want you to send your goals to me via email so I can stand in agreement. It's not that I really want to know what they are. I mean, no offense, but I want to be able to stand in agreement with you as it relates to your goals. So if you only have 2, then that's fine. If you have 5, that's fine. But I'm going to ask you to do at least 7 to 10. I'll give some more clarity on that. So this is how you're going to be able to push past the place that you are in to get to where you need to be in 2017. And these are just some little tips that I have and that I'm going to be using. So I thought I wasn't going to share with you, but I want to go ahead and just share with you. So some of the things that I'm going to do this year, right, starting now, is stop spending frivolously. So just stop spending on any and everything. Oh, it's just $1. It's only $2. It's only $20 a month. It's only this. It's only that. I'm going to get out of that mindset once and for all and really take a step back to see if it's something I need to invest in. Number 2, I'm going to manage my money even the more and my accounts. So I need to know what's in there at all time, what I'm doing with every dime that I have, right? Number 3, I'm going to stop charging and pay cash. No more charging. I don't care if it's $20. I don't care if it's $40. I don't care if I'm going to pay it off in 30 days. I just want to get out of that mode of charging anything at all ever and pay cash. If I don't have cash, I can't afford it. If I don't have cash, I'm not going to get it. Number 4, including savings in your budget. And that's something that I have done in the past. But include savings in your budget. So if you know you want to save $100 a month, include that in your budget. That's going to be an expense per se that you are not going to have access to, right? So let that go away. And then number 5, learn to say no. Learn to say no to people that's going to ask you for things, that's going to ask you to do things financially, or just going to ask you to do things that's going to cause you to spend money you really did not budget to spend. Learn to say no. So those are just 5 little extra tips I wanted to give you and things that I'm going to be implementing in 2017, and I ask you to join along with me. So the exercise I want you to do, which I've already hinted, is to write down 7 to 10 goals. Write down 7 to 10 goals that you want to achieve in 2017. After you've come up with those 7 to 10, if you can't come up with 7 to 10, come up with 2, come up with 5, whatever it is. I want you to email me at jillandtreal@detourmovement.com, JILLANDTREAL@detourmovement.com, because I want to pray with you concerning your goals. I want to stand in agreement with you concerning your goals, not necessarily for them to come to pass. Lord, make these goals come to pass. That's not my prayer. My prayer, as I stated before, is that you be more disciplined, is that you be more focused, is that you be clear-minded and level-headed in order to be able to achieve these goals, that you get the right, that you create your plan to achieve these goals, that you leverage the right resources and tools, that you access the right things and the right people to get these goals achieved in 2017, that you make the right investments, that you make the necessary investments to achieve these goals in 2017, and that you have a changed mind, a new way of doing things. So that's what my prayer is going to be when you all send me your goals via email. And for those that are just now chiming in, this is the homework that I have for you all today. I want you to write down, come up with 7 to 10 goals that you want to achieve in 2017. You can break them up in quarters. You can break them up in categories. Whatever you want to do, come up with them. If you can't come up with 7, come up with whatever you can, and then email me those so I can begin to pray and stand in agreement with you concerning your goals, concerning you achieving those goals. Hey, Liz, at jillandtreal@detourmovement.com. Brian Tracy said, he said that if you write your goals down for 30 days, 30 days. Write your goals down every single day and don't look back. You have a better way of it. You have a greater chance of achieving that goal. And it doesn't matter if they change, because they may change, they may adjust, they may shift, but you definitely want to write them down. So that's what this conversation, hey, Inspire Butterfly, this is what this conversation is on today. We've got shut off about 4 times, Inspire Butterfly. So I'm trying to go and I'm trying to give you as much as I can before it starts freezing and shutting off and all that other stuff that technology have a tendency to do. So we want to at least write them down and make them plain. So can I count on you all to do that on today? Can I count on you all to be able to do that homework and be able to send me those goals via email? And I would be remiss if I don't tell you, we have, speaking of leveraging, speaking of having access and being able to invest in yourself, we are hosting a live exclusive workshop. It's not going to be on Periscope or Facebook Live. It's going to be on another private platform that we're using on January 5th at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for about 2 hours long. We are going to have a conversation with you as it relates to goal achievement. Because as I said when I first came on this scope, we want to get from a place from just talking about it, wondering if it's going to happen, winging it, to a place that we are in achievement. I gave you some self-reflection questions to ask yourself. I gave you 5 simple steps that you can use in order to achieve those goals. And I also threw in some tips that I'm going to be using in 2017 that you can also implement so that you can reach that financial goal in 2017. So with all of these things, in addition to you attending the workshop on January 5th, 2017, there is no way that you will not be able to achieve every single goal within reason, within being realistic, in 2017. So the workshop is only $39 right now, and that price is good until December 31st. So if you go to tinyurl.com/goalachiever2017, you can go ahead and register today. That's tinyurl.com/goal, GOAL, achiever, ACHIVER 2017. You can secure your spot today for $39. We only have 50 seats available, and all 50 are still not available. So I admonish you to go ahead and secure your ticket today. Go ahead and secure your registration and get your ticket, per se, virtual ticket today. You don't want to miss out on this. If you've been on this scope and you've been listening to me and you see yourself in this, you see yourself not being able to achieve goals. You've looked at your life in the past. You've looked at just 2016 alone, and you can see right now clearly all the things that you did wrong. And you know without a shadow of a doubt, you need accountability. You need help. You need systems to put in place, because we're going to show you how to implement systems. We're going to walk hand in hand with you in order for you to be able to achieve your goal and be your accountability partners for a duration of time. So you want to be a part of that workshop. There should not be anything stopping you right now. Remember, you have to have a plan. You have to leverage your tools and resources that you have. You have to access the things and people that's going to help you achieve those goals. You have to invest in yourself. Invest in yourself, whether that's your time or that's your money. You're going to have to invest. And then in the end, you're going to have a new way of doing things, because clearly the old way has not worked. So that's my time on today. I know we had some technical difficulties, but I appreciate you all sticking with me, sticking it out. So I want to see you all. Send me your goals via email, because that's one of your homework assignments. So your homework assignment is send the goals via email and then go to register for this workshop. And the email again is jillentrell@detourmovement.com. Send those things to me so I can begin to pray over them. I can begin to stand in agreement with your goals and help you to achieve those things in 2017. Because in addition to writing it, you're going to still need prayer. You're going to still need prayer. You're going to still need encouragement. You're going to still need energy. You're going to still need a level mindset and a change mindset in order to be able to do that. And that's where I want to help you with as well. So please go ahead and do that, and then go over to register. So catch Jill tonight. I think Jill will be on tonight at 8 p.m. So make sure you catch her tonight. And then I'll be on not tomorrow, but I'll be back on Saturday at 12 noon. So catch me Saturday at 12 noon. Make sure you're following me so you can get the notifications, and share. Please share. Share with anyone that you know needs to hear this message. Don't refuse anybody a blessing because you're not wanting to share the information. We want to be able to make sure that everybody, as much people as possible, have access to information so that they can experience transformation. So that's my time, and I'll talk to you all soon. Bye.